Alright guys, we're here at PAX South checking out one of the games that we are most anticipated for 2016, Dreadnought. We are in the secret lair of the Dreadnought booth, all down where it's nice and hot, and we're getting to check out some of the Dreadnought stuff. I'm here with
Tony Madrano from GreyBox.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about what Dreadnought has gone through since last year's PAX. That's when we get to check it out last.
Oh man, a ton. So last PAX we had some of the base classes showing here. We had some new game modes that were kind of sneak peeking, things like that. But they were very much kind of like our first attempt at getting kind of the boundaries of what it is that we're working with. Now we've taken those 5 classes of, sniper, heavy, kind of middle of the road, support, and kind of scout, and we've explored them a little bit further, and now we have like a light, medium, and heavy versions of those, which might sound like, oh, these are kind of small degrees and variations, but there's so many different things that we applied to new weapons and new abilities for the subclasses that really make it feel totally different. For example, like sniper, it's a sniper. Our light sniper, which instead of having you to line up your scope and line up your ship with your target, it actually has a 360-degree snipe kind of thing, to where you can actually run and gun and snipe, which is just something weird that you'd never see before.
It's a bit forbidden,
but it's super fun, like, to try it out. And if you have another counter sniper on the other side, you can like out juke them with your light sniper. So it has basically been taking what we've learned, taking what we know, exploring a little bit further to see what the dimensions of what we have really are, what it is right now. And then what we've been focusing on as of now has been we've been getting into alpha. So you can go to playdreadnought.com right now and sign up for alphas that are happening. They're a bit intermittent right now, but they're only going to increase both in volume and duration. So right now what we're trying to figure out is UI, progression, the UX, kind of how does this flow, how does this feel. The core combat feels really fun, and it's been fun for a really long time, but we want to make sure that there's an environment that people want to invest their time in, stick around long term. There's a reason for you to come back, there's more stuff for you to try, and there's more kind of strategic possibilities that open up every time, because we don't want to overwhelm people with just too much stuff up front. We want you to use the hammer, learn how to use the hammer, then there's a screwdriver. What can you make with these things? Because we want to keep you around long term, and I think that's the tricky part, so if you guys can, jump onto playdreadnought.com and sign up for the alpha. On top of some new maps, some new ships, we also have new abilities and new cosmetic features.
That's what I was about to say. Those cosmetic features are sick.
Yeah, so we already had, I feel like, really solid ships, but now we've added not just paint jobs, kind of decals and things like that. Now we're also adding geometry, so you can take like a really heavy militaristic kind of traditional kind of dreadnought and swap it out and have it look a lot more sci-fi, futuristic, and even though it's the same core ship. And we think that people are going to want to start investing in the way this looks after they've really attached to how it plays, and they've had a role in designing how that ship plays, from how they're learn what they're learning in battle, and then what they're trying to swap in and out in terms of their loadout.
So it's almost like a skin instead of just a paint job. You've got emblems, you've got you get some really cool looking stuff there.
Yeah. We've got a ton of stuff for people to just mix and match and express themselves in the game. So, but again, like, what we're really caring about right now is getting people in the alpha and really honing in on what is it that's going to keep them long term and get them to invest off their own accord, right? To where I want more options, I want to try other stuff, and so that's pretty much where we're at.
Awesome. And now, strictly right now, is the game only multiplayer? Is it something you're looking at doing as a single player campaign or co-op missions, PvE?
We're not ruling any of that stuff out at all, but much like I think the theme of the conversation, it's almost like we really want to focus in on establishing a foundation that's going to allow for people to be there long term. If we can figure that out, we feel like then we can explore, then we can have something that's going to give people a reason to keep coming back, trying new stuff. And so we've definitely definitely looked at some of these options, but we want to prioritize the things that we're going to need to build that, next floor and next door and next door and grow kind of that sandbox.
Awesome. And you said that the alpha is a little bit of a exclusive invite only, and then perhaps a beta is coming around the corner?
Yeah, for sure. So right now you can sign up, and while it is so it's not invite only to sign up, but we are only inviting certain folks within that spectrum. The sooner you sign up, the better, because you'll be kind of in our library a little bit sooner. But depending on how the alpha goes, I mean, like I said, we're only going to get longer sessions with more people because we want to have more data from players in terms of what they're doing, how they're doing it, and we want to learn more about how can we keep them there long term.
Well, thank you very much for the information. The game is legit, and it just got more legit than last time. We're super excited to see it. It's double legit. I don't know how you stack that, but it's definitely, it stacks. Awesome. It stacks. All right, man, thank you so much for your time.
All right, thanks.
Detected 3 minor impacts across the bow. No damage registered. Probably just debris, sir.